we're going to make some homemade strawberry syrup. Do you ever get a craving for something when it's not in season? Well, I was craving some strawberry syrup, and luckily the grocery store has frozen organic strawberries all sliced up with no sugar added that I can use. The first thing I'm going to do is add 1 cup of water to my saucepan. Then I'm going to need to turn my stove onto medium before I add some sugar. I'm just using plain white sugar here. Add that to the water and we'll be ready for the next step. Then we're going to take a fresh lemon and juice 1 tablespoon. Luckily for me, this half of a lemon was exactly 1 tablespoon. I just love my juicer. I use it so many times during the week. There we go, measuring 1 tablespoon of lemon juice into the water and sugar mixture. Next comes the strawberries. The recipe I was looking at called for just 1 cup of strawberries, but I felt like it wasn't enough. So I ended up adding 1.5 cups of frozen strawberries, and these are the kind that have no sugar in them. Now we're going to stir, bring it up to a simmer, and let it boil down for a while. This will take some time. I was working on another recipe, so it was easy just to let this cook on the stove while I was doing something else. Next, I took my hand blender. Now you could also use a regular blender, just very, very carefully because it's super hot. But this was chopping up those strawberries. Now next we're going to take a strainer and put it over a medium-sized bowl and very carefully, because it is super hot, strain the mixture into the bowl. You're going to find it comes up to the top of the strainer, and you might have to take it slow because the strawberries are preventing all that liquid from going through. Just be patient while it gradually goes through the strainer, and then you can kind of help it along the way. I took a gravy ladle and just used the back of the ladle to smash the strawberries until they went through the strainer. Here you can see it's a time lapse of showing you how it was going through the bottom of the strainer. You'll end up with some pulp, which you can use or discard as you wish. It takes just a little while to get it through the strainer, and then you're left with just the clear strawberry syrup. Once again, we're going to put it back onto the stove, and this time we're going to add some cornstarch. I used a tablespoon of cornstarch, and it seemed to be the right amount. It just took a while to thicken up, so I was tempted to add more, but I did not. So I mixed that together with 1 tablespoon of cool water, mixed it very well, and then turned my stove back on to medium-high before I added the cornstarch and water mixture. Then we're just going to blend that well, stirring it. It's going to take a little bit of time again. You can bring it to a boil and then let it simmer until it thickens. Again, this is going to take some time, so you can work on something else while that is cooking on the stove. You can see later that it has gotten a little bit thicker. I let it simmer some more as I worked on another project. You can see it simmering back there on the back of the stove on low heat. We have another recipe coming out soon that takes good advantage of this delicious strawberry syrup that you can have anytime thanks to the frozen strawberries in the market. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.